Calibration gets us to a stable reference point, hopefully. But what of the question of primaries, gamut, and dynamic range? How green is green? Characterization is the procedure that involves referencing RGB or CMYK values to unambiguous XYZ or lab values, and we get those through measurement. Usually, we just call it profiling, building or making profiles. Profiling depends on a stable, consistently behaving device, or by afternoon, you'll be reprofiling that device again. Okay, you really won't do that most likely, so instead, you'll end up with a device that still has inconsistent behavior, albeit maybe not as bad as before. Now, I point out that some calibration methods are imperfect and still allow for some device variation. We can compensate for this through more frequent characterization, more frequent profiling. Of course, too frequent and we simply won't do it. So now you have to set up your own personal margin for error in order to determine the frequency of characterization. And it will take some experimentation, perhaps, to determine the effectiveness of the calibration procedures for each of your devices. Okay, now we know what profiles are, what calibration is and isn't all about, and how it's different from making profiles. Now I know you want to start building display profiles, but first let's talk about the reference point for calibrating our displays, and that's the next movie.